Hello, everyone. Hello, how are you doing? How are we doing today? How are we doing today? I felt like the last video was too quiet, and the first one was actually perfectly sounding like, it wasn't too loud. I thought it was going to be too loud, but then the second video actually ended up being too quiet, so, yeah, welcome, and this is the fourth video I'm doing about the Blu-rays I've been collecting recently. And yeah, so been a couple of days again. I have a lot of stuff in the works. I'm spending a lot of time at work as well, so I just trying to get done what I can get done. But yeah, thank you for being here today, and I hope you enjoy. So I actually have an extra film for you today. 7 films. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, it's not even 7. It's 9 films, but that's because one of them it's another trilogy. How about we start with that one? How about we start with the trilogy today? Just like did we do the last one? We started with Jurassic Park, right? Or we finished with it? No, we started with I can't remember. Doesn't matter. We did Jurassic Park. We did Spider-Man, and now we have Transformers. We have the Transformers trilogy. And this is the original 3 that I saw when I was young. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and Transformers Dark Side of the Moon. Huh? I just realized. This is like a weird Mandela effect thing. The title of the third film is Dark of the Moon. That's right, it says on both sides. What does it say on the cover? It says Dark of the Moon. I genuinely thought it was called Dark Side of the Moon. That's very odd. And although the first and second one look pristine, the third one is, I don't know if you can see that, but it's very scratched up on the front. The backs look fine though, I checked them. Got the Revenge of the Fallen there, the original Transformers. But that's really odd. I thought it was called Dark Side of the Moon. It's called Dark of the Moon. That's kind of it's one of those weird things. Why is it called that? So these, if you haven't seen, I'm sure you're familiar with Transformers, but it's basically, I haven't seen it. Honestly, I haven't seen these since I saw them in cinema when they came out. First one came out 2008, 2007, something like that. Oh my god, these letters are so small. Copyright 2007, copyright 2009, and 2011. Yeah, I saw these in cinema when they came out. And the first 2 have Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox, and the third one doesn't have Megan Fox because she got kicked off of the Transformers franchise by Michael Bay, I believe. Yeah, I mean, over-the-top action, good fun. I never watched any of the other ones. I have no interest in Transformers in particular. I just like these films, especially for nostalgia's sake. So I'm keen to kind of go back and watch these and see if I still enjoy them as I did back in the day, because they're quite long actually. They're quite they're all 2.5 hours long, which is that's quite an amount of time for one of these films. But that's a big blockbusters, right? They have, I assume they cost a lot of money. I assume they have a big budget. I mean, yeah, they would obviously. Produced by Steven Spielberg as well. And then there's like Last Night. I think this one. There's Age of Extinction. It's like heaps. There's heaps, but yeah, I'm not not too keen to watch those. But the original trilogy is cool though, and I picked that for $8, $9, $10. That's why it's not new or anything, obviously, but pretty good deal. And then Erica actually went. My wife, she went to... when she came back from work a couple of days ago, she went past the CEX at her... where she works, and found this. District 9. Fantastic film. Incredible film. We didn't have it. I haven't seen it around new or anything for a while. I actually picked this up for $4, I think it was. $4 or $5. If you haven't seen it, it's probably one of the best science fiction films I've ever seen. No, it's definitely one of the best science fiction films I've ever seen. It's going to be one of the best science fiction films ever. Directed by Neil Blomkamp, produced by Peter Jackson. And as you can see, you've got the spaceship, you've got the no humans allowed sign, pretty iconic, and I really like the disc as well. Not a generic disc, always a plus, always a plus. Very, very, very nice. But if you don't know, it's basically, I'll read the back. From producer Peter Jackson and the Lord of the Rings trilogy, obviously. Everyone knows Peter Jackson. Director Neil Blomkamp. Comes a startlingly original science fiction thriller that soars in the imagination of its creators. Quote, with stunning special effects and gritty realism, the film plunges into a world where the aliens have landed, only to be exiled to a slum on the fringes of Johannesburg. Now, one lone human discovers the mysterious secret of the extraterrestrial weapon technology. Hunted and hounded through the bizarre back alleys of an alien shantytown, he will discover what it means to be the ultimate outsider on your own planet. And it's, what's the actor called? The main actor here. It doesn't actually credit the actor on the back. That's really odd. It's him. He's, maybe... There we go. He's a very famous South African actor. He's in plenty of films. He's like one of the only South African actors I know, but with like a strong South African accent. But he's great in it, and it's a really good film. It's a really, really fun film. It's definitely enjoyable. Definitely enjoyable. A lot of fun. Quite tense, exciting, unique, and if you ever, if you ever played Mass Effect or what's it called? If you've ever watched Inception or something like the sound effect, like in the trailers, the like I can't be too loud, but the big single note, like single thin synth note, like loud sound effect that comes from the trailer of this film. I highly recommend watching it because you'll be like, oh, that's where that comes from. Because then Inception took it and then everyone did it, and World War Z. It's in World War Z as well. Just so over the top and bizarre. Anyway, that's District 9. Just a little extra for you guys today. A little extra for you guys. That was not a film that I intended to include in this video, but she picked it up and it was only a few bucks. It's a new addition to the collection. Very happy happy edition. Happy about it because I always like Blu-rays when they have unique discs instead of being just the generic blue disc, or I don't know what company does it, Sony or Universal, but much appreciated. Much appreciated when it's actually unique and interesting. Next up, talking about something that's unique and interesting, a movie that most of you have probably seen. A very, 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 very good film. Some people would put it in their top 10. A lot of people would put it in their top 20, but it is a legendary film that I have seen many years ago, and I do not remember much about it. I really am keen to see it again, as well as its sequels. This is Silence of the Lambs. The Silence of the Lambs. When FBI agent Clarice Starling, played by Jodie Foster, is assigned to a case involving a monstrous serial killer, she seeks counsel from an unlikely source. Dr. Hannibal Lecter, played by Anthony Hopkins, an imprisoned cannibalistic psychiatrist whose fascination with a young woman is as strong as his hunger for murder. Directed by Jonathan Demme. It is obviously a legendary film, a legendary image of the... Is it a cicada? Cicada? Is that what it's called? It's not just a moth, right? It's a cicada. The skull pattern on the back, which is very cool. Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins, and Scott Glenn. Silence of the Lambs. Classic film. Picked it up for a few bucks. Sealed. Haven't seen it in a long time, many years, and really do want to see it again because it is fantastic. It's a genuine masterpiece. This is, and I really want to see Red Dragon as well. Erica keeps talking about it, but yeah, haven't seen that around for a good price. And when I do, I will pick it up. I'll definitely watch both of those, as well as Hannibal. I think it's called. I mean, I love the Hannibal TV, not the TV show, the movie Hannibal, because one of them is a prequel. There's one called Hannibal Rising, which is really bad apparently. But yeah, this is definitely the magnum opus of the series, the most iconic film for sure. And a very cool title as well. Next up, we actually have two more horror films here. First, we have An American Werewolf in London by John Landis. Very cool cover. Gives me a very retro style cover. Gives me Thriller vibes, Michael Jackson Thriller. A film that I've heard about a lot, but I have never seen. Apparently, my father-in-law thinks this film is absolutely terrifying, and it scared him a lot when he was young. It came out when he was only a kid. 1981, written and directed by John Landis. I'll read the back. One of the most gripping horror films of all time is now available on Blu-ray. When two American students touring the English countryside are attacked by a vicious wolf during a full moon, their lives are suddenly transformed forever. Featuring groundbreaking Academy Award-winning makeup by Richard Baker, The Wolfman, this cult favorite is directed by John Landis and perfectly blends the macabre with a touch of humor. Digitally remastered and loaded with bonus features, including an all-new feature-length retrospective documentary. The American Werewolf in London is a timeless story that has never looked better. Yeah, that doesn't really tell you much about the film. But I would really keen to watch this. Seems like one of those horror classics that you gotta see. And apparently it's one of the few movies that my wife actually thinks is scary, so that's a good thing, 'cause she usually isn't scared by many films at all, so for her to find something scary, that's a good thing. It means that it's probably gonna be pretty freaky. There's another film I really want to get on Blu-ray, is Sinister. I really like Sinister. I watched that like a year ago or something on Amazon Prime, and that was surprisingly good. Again, that's one of those films that's not too easy to get on Blu-ray. Shame about the sequel though, but alright. I can't tell if I've been out of focus this whole time. It's all good. Alright, let's have a look. We have one more horror film, actually. One more horror film. Went on a bit of a horror film buying binge when we went out last Friday. She wanted to buy some horror films, so we did. And here we have the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a Tobe Hooper film, the ultimate 40th anniversary edition of the original classic, sorry. Who will survive and what will be left of them? The image of Leatherface on the back of this iconic chainsaw. Very cool car. I like the cover. Nice. Very, very nice cover. The band, armadillo, beautiful color. Let me see. This text is very small. My apologies. Let me read it for you. Now presented with never before seen special features. Tobe Hooper's horror classic arrives completely restored and remastered in a vivid, eye-popping 4K high-definition transfer, sharp enough to tear your nerves to shreds. A tale far too horrific to be real, a van full of friends, a dusty back road in Texas, the thud of a mallet, the buzz of a chainsaw, muted screams and the tearing of flesh. 1974. Considered by many as the bloody landmark. I'm sorry, I said benchmark. I read landmark for some reason. Horror movies. The original 1974. There you go. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a visceral experience like none other, inspired by the real-life story of murderer Ed Gein. It follows 5 young students who unwittingly meet up with a sinister hitchhiker and stumble across a house of horrors where mask-wearing maniac Leatherface rules with a wooden mallet and the ultimate weapon of torture, a whirring chainsaw. I've never seen it, but it's such a such an icon of horror. I have to see it. With a boatload of special features. Very cool. I always like the special features. Some people don't care about them. Some people just the special features or whatever. But I think if you enjoy a film, it's like playing a video game and watching YouTube videos about the video game afterwards. About theories and things like that. It's nice to know about the production of a film you love, to get to know the characters better and all this kind of thing. It's nice. It gives you a newfound appreciation for the film. But yeah, very, very pretty. Keen to watch it. Probably will watch it very soon. And yeah, if I do watch one of the films, I will let you know my opinions on it. If you'd like that, of course. But yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now 2 more. This one I'll actually open here on camera for you guys because I picked this up and it was so surprising because I read it and I picked it up and it was $5. $5 Australian sealed. And this, you might be surprised when you see this film because it's definitely not a horror film. But like I said recently, I've been watching Sherlock again, the British TV show, fantastic show. And I thought, why don't I have a look and see if I can find the Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law films, right? And because I like both of them, they're directed by Guy Ritchie, and they're good. I like them. They're very nostalgic to me, and I didn't expect them to find them sealed for cheap, but then I found this, the Blu-ray. I don't know if it's a steel pack or steel book, but I found it sealed, and it has all the original stickers. And what's weird is when you look at this and you read it, it says valid until 27th of the 4th, 2010. It's crazy. Like, this has been sealed for 14 bloody years. This has been sealed since I was 12 years old. So crazy. And now we're gonna open it. So it's already been ripped open a bit there, but it's just, I didn't find a Game of Shadows yet. I will find that, but I think Erica saw it at CEX for like $1 in good condition, so I'll pick it up from there. This one was just, I looked it up and I thought pick it up for cheap, but I didn't expect to find it sealed, right? Especially not a steel book. That's very bizarre. But yeah, it got sent to me straight away. It was close, only a couple of miles away, and yeah. There we go. To the side. Very nice. Mark Strong, Rachel McAdams, Jude Law, and Robert Downey Jr. We've got this Blu-ray cover in there. Can we remove that? Or is it stuck to it? I don't know how do we get this out? Because I feel like that's gonna break if I. Ooh, that's gonna break if I. I mean, it's stuck on with glue, so... Yeah, definitely can't open it. That's odd. Why would you stick that onto the case with glue? And also, like, the proportion of it, like, it doesn't look right. Sorry. Like, look at it, like... The text is, like, weirdly... This is obviously real, I'm not being like, oh, it's fake, but... It's stuck on with glue. I mean, I have to take it off. It's very annoying. I'll have to clean that up because it's stuck on with glue for the last 14 years. It's gonna definitely, hopefully not leave a mark. Oh, there we go. That's very annoying. But, there we go. Ah, and the details are on the back as well. So we've got a nice back cover with the London Bridge. And very, very nice. I think this is a steel pack. Not a steel book, but let's open it up and have a look. Oh god. I'm not going to show you this card because it actually has an unused authorization code for your digital copy. And we've got the movie there. Very nice. Very nice steelbook. Part of me wishes all movies came like this, right? Very, very nice. Cool. Alright, let me just put that back, sorry. Sherlock Holmes, and then the front of it. This will have to go. So, I actually have a film here that I've been looking for ages on Blu-ray. And I tried to buy it online, it's sold out. I wanted to buy it new, I didn't want to buy it secondhand. And I saw how nice the 4K Blu-ray looked, like the 4K HD Blu-ray looked. It had purple. It had purple on it. It had a purple cover. And it was all so pretty. I was like, oh my god, I want this, but I can't play 4K Blu-rays. I don't have a PS5 or a Blu-ray player, a 4K Blu-ray player. That's a bit annoying. I thought, oh, I can't get it then, that's annoying. I can't get this film. It's one of my favorite films. But then I was in a shop in the city, random shop, and I was just looking at the Blu-ray they had, and they had such weird Blu-rays I'd never seen before, all imports turned out. And then they had this, and they had it for sale for a very good price, like a very good price. So I got it because yeah, I wanted this for a long time, and I finally have it now, and I'm very excited to watch it because I never see this. This is a film I've never seen on a streaming service before, and yeah, I was able to get it. Possession by Andrzej Zulawski with Isabelle Adjani and Sam Neill. It's part of the Beyond Genres collection, Volume 11, Umbrella Entertainment. There has been plenty of other films like Razorback, Watership Down, Pan's Labyrinth, lots of other films. But I never saw this one before. I'm very happy about that. Very happy. Let me read it to you. Is it desire or violation, devotion or bondage? Your hidden fears will be aroused. Now, this is not an erotic film, before you think. This is, it has those elements or themes, I suppose, but it's not that. A gripping and supernatural tale of obsessive love and sexual psychosis. Isabelle Adjani and Sam Neill star as a married couple torn by madness and carnal infidelity. Mark, a secret agent, comes home to find his wife, Anna, having an affair. He also realizes she's been overcome by an evil creature created from within her. He tries to vainly salvage their marriage, but their world soon descends into a nightmare of murder and evil. Written and directed by acclaimed international director Andrzej Zulawski, and featuring shocking creature effects by Carlo Rimbaldi, who did E.T., who did Alien. Possession is a part surreal art film, bizarre cosmic horror thriller, with Adjani standing out in a powerful role that won her Best Actress at Cannes in 1981. Heavily censored for its US release and banned in the UK, this controversial film is presented here completely uncut and uncensored. Possession is like nothing else, an uncompromising, idiosyncratic vision of the divisions that exist around us, between and within us all. It's one of those films that I'm not going to stand here and say, oh, it's like this, it's like that. It's one of those songs you have to experience. But I really like the cover of this one isn't as nice because it doesn't have the purple, it's just black. I really like the purple on the 4K Blu-ray, but it does have a couple of neat things about it. So let me show you. Take it out. So this is that's the cover. Right. So this black border is just purple in the 4K Blu-ray, which is a little bit nicer. And on the back you have, which is probably the most iconic scene of the film. And no, this is not anything weird. Just watch. There's a channel in YouTube called Kino Corner. Watch his video on the film, and you'll come to understand what this is. This is probably the most famous scene from the film. What's nice if you open it up. So apart from the disc itself, this is the original DVD cover and the original movie poster for the film when it came out. It's very, very cool. It's very cool. It's not a film that's easy to digest. It's definitely a film that benefits from multiple watches, multiple viewings. And yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite films. So, check it out, please. And check out Kino Corner's video. If you're interested but you don't necessarily want to watch it, or you don't necessarily know where to watch it, check out his video, and he will explain a lot about the film and about the director as well, what else he did. And yeah, very interesting stuff. So those were the films for today. Transformers, District 9, Silence of the Lambs, American Werewolf in London, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Sherlock Holmes, and Possession. Those were the films for today. Very good mix of different genres, different styles, different films. From the biggest of blockbusters to the artsiest of art house films. We got everything over here. So, yeah, anyway. I really hope you enjoyed that video. And yeah, I'll be with you next time in more Blu-rays and some other videos as well coming up soon. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.